Hi, everyone. I'm super excited today. I have just released version 1 of my own Go assertion library. Have you ever written tests in Go with an assertion library that's just annoying? It's just full of thousands of different functions, method calls. The ordering is confusing. You don't know if you should put the actual value first or second, or the requested value first or second. Uh, and maybe it doesn't support your data type, or it doesn't support the exact use case you have. Maybe you want to use an assertion library that's not part of a test suite. Maybe it's part of your regular code. I have the solution for you. Don't go away. So this library is just called assert. You can find it on GitLab, gitlab.com/flimsy/assert. And it's super, super simple. There's really only one method, and there's actually a couple other methods in an interface that I'll explain in a minute, but there's really only one method you need, because that's really all you do need when you're doing assertions. So starting off really simple, imagine you've written a Fibonacci calculator, because who doesn't like to do that? And you've written your unit test like this. Of course, I don't need to go through the whole thing, but you just see that I have written my unit test using the testify assert library, which is a really popular one in Go. Now let me rewrite it with mine. So here I have refactored using my own assertion library, my new one, and you can see the calling semantics are so much simpler. Rather than having to call assert with a T object for testing, you can use it in any context. So you see here, I just pass it in to the assert.if function. I just pass in my condition, if fib1 does not equal 1, for example. And then I can pass in what should happen if that condition is met. So in this case, if fib1 does not equal 1, then I should call T error. Isn't that so much simpler, so much more intuitive, so much more flexible? Now, that's not all. It actually gets better than that, because you can actually put compound conditions in here. Let me show you an example. So this might not be the best example in real life, because you wouldn't normally want to combine two test cases. But for the purpose of demonstration, just look. I have if fib1 does not equal 1, or fib2 does not equal 2, then I can call the conditional function. Isn't that just really powerful? And you can build this up to be as complex as you want, or as simple as you want. If you need 16 different conditionals in there, it's possible to do that. Try doing that with a standard assertion library. It just doesn't give you that kind of flexibility, does it? So here you can put any sort of, essentially any Boolean value can be passed in as the first argument to this if. But that's not all. What if you want to do something instead? Let me show you. My amazing new assertion library includes the option, which I have never seen in any of the other one or two maybe assertion libraries that I kind of sort of looked at. I've never seen this functionality. Imagine that you want to do one thing if the value is true. In this case, t.error incorrect if fib1 does not equal 1. So that's true. We want to do that. But maybe you want to do something else in the other case. So when it's not true, then here we're printing success. That is powerful. You can do one thing or another thing with this new assertion library. But there's more. What if you want to chain conditionals? You want to do an if this thing, blah, blah, blah. If this other thing, then blah, 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 and then an else. So we can extend that. Just watch. Just magic. You see, just by adding this if else call in the chain, I can now do three conditions, or three cases of the condition. I can check if fib1 does not equal 1, then I call t.error incorrect. If that is correct, if fib1 does equal 1, then I go on to the next one. Then I call if fib2 does not equal 1, then I can do the second problem. And if both of those continue on, then I can do success. Isn't that powerful? Just imagine what you could do with this. Why would you need any other assertion library? So you've seen a high-level overview of all of the features of the new flimsy assert library. I do have some ideas for future versions. I've thought about doing something where you could maybe simplify this if else. Imagine you have like 5 or 6 or maybe even 100 or dozens of these if else conditions you want to check. I'm trying to imagine some way to put that into a single statement. It's a little more compressed, a little more compact. I haven't thought of this perfect name for this, maybe some sort of case, or I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe that'll be for version 2. But right now, version 1 is out. It was published today. So don't miss it. Be sure to start using this. And give me your feedback in the comments below. I would love to hear what you think of my brand new assertion library.